Hi, I'm Deborah. Welcome to my channel, Elevated Energy, where I help you heal, grow, and glow. I really love helping you raise your energy through information about wellness, spirituality, and personal growth. And today I'm doing my week 3 update. I've also been using the app HabitNow. And so I'll show you a little bit of just the on screen of my app, my progress, and how I've done with my different habits and my goals, and how the app works. And it's a great way to really keep track of what I'm doing. And for me, I find it very rewarding to successfully check off my goals for the day. The free version does have its limitations, but it's doing the job for now. So I just wanted to show a little bit of the HabitNow app. This is the habits screen where I can see all my habits. So what I'll show you is that for any given habit, you can look at the list, and then if I want to see, so it shows me my overall percentage of performance. And for this one, bodywork, stretching, and walking, the first one, if I click on the calendar, I can see why I have 83%. It's because during that first week, which was my preparation week, I wasn't so focused on meeting the goal. And so I am still counting it, but I did not meet my goal for that week, that first week. And so that affects my overall percentage. But you can see that I have done it, exercised 4 times during the last week, 3 times so far this week. And so it tells me I have a streak that is 2 weeks long. So that's nice. You can know how many weeks in a row you've actually met your goal. And if I click on statistics, that's where I see that it's 83%. And of the total of 6 weeks that I'm going to be monitoring, it says my current 2 weeks, I have a streak, and my best so far in a row is 2 weeks. It also will tell me, because I enter the number of minutes that I've exercised, and so it'll tell me how many minutes I exercised for the week, for the month, and for the year, and the number of instances or times I completed it. So this week I've done it 3 times this week, and I can see for the month of March the individual days and how many minutes per day I was able to do it, and the total minutes for the month of March. So those are some nice features. So that's the month. You can see the week, individual days, what those numbers look like, the year, and the daily average is 12 minutes. And successful periods, those would be the weeks, 2. So I have a streak challenge that it's given me. I did not set that up, and that I achieved it, which is to do one full week. So that's a great feature. The other thing I like to show from this view is that from the habit screen, I can see everything, all the habits, and for a rolling week, so a week that includes today and going back a week. So it's not, even though I set it up starting on a Monday, it doesn't count weeks the way I count weeks. From Monday to Tuesday, it's really counting a rolling week, at least when it shows you in this view. So I can see the monthly view and all my statistics that you can actually edit the habit from that screen as well. You can edit the habit name, the category. There are different categories. So You can also create up to 5 categories on your own with the free version. You can add a description of what that particular habit looks like. And I set up a frequency of two days per week. But as you can see, you can set up goals to do it every day, specific days of the week or the month or year. And my start date and the end date. And my daily goal is at least 10 minutes. And that's my unit minutes. You can also restart the habit process, but I'm not going to do that. So from the little menu, I've got options, other ways to see those views that I've shown you. And I want to just show the daily view, because today these are the habits that are still pending. If I complete a habit, it no longer shows up for me to check it off. And that's one of the things that I didn't like about it. I mean, I guess it's good. Okay, you've completed the habit, it's no longer showing up for you to tick off. However, I like to do more than what my goal is, or at least have the option to record that easily. So it won't show it from this screen, but let's see. If I click on, for instance, the coming Monday, it'll show me the habits that I will need to complete by then, or that I have the option to complete. But because I've already completed my exercise goals for the week, they're not showing up in today's list. So I wish that was something that they offered. However, if I want to enter a habit for instance, today, I've already met my goal for body work, stretching, and exercise. If I want to enter it, I still can by clicking it, and in my case, entering the number of minutes. So you can still record it, even at extra workouts, for instance, or extra instances of a habit once you've completed it, but you can't do it from that regular daily screen. You can also record tasks, which I have not done, but that's an option. And timers, if you're doing something like a workout where you want to count the number of minutes. But I've just been using the regular timer on my phone. If you know of other habit apps, particularly free versions, that you like more, please make a comment, make a suggestion. I'd love to know what you're using and what you like about it. I'm always looking at features and customization. That's one of the things that really I enjoy about working with the habit apps. This does give some customization in terms of the color and the icon style, classic versus simple. But with the free version, that's kind of, you're somewhat limited. And yeah, I think that's about it for a little quick overview of the HabitNow app. Again, if you have any suggestions for other apps that you've used that are free and that you enjoy, I'd love to learn about them. And actually, even if they're not free, but you think they're so valuable, they're worth checking out, I'd be interested. Because when this project ends, I am definitely going to be looking at potentially paying for a habit app, but I want to make sure that it's something that's really useful and that's worth the money. So if you've got suggestions, let me know. Thanks. So as far as my other habit, content creation, that has been more challenging. As I talked about in my last video, I've had a lot of emotional work and inner work to do to actually work on that goal. It brought up fears for me that I hadn't really thought about in a while, or that I thought I had gotten over. And it really is forcing me to have to look at myself and truly become someone new. I actually have to work on my issues in order to transform into the person that can be the content creator that's focused and, really making a contribution through what I do. And that requires me to evolve and change and grow. And so it's been a stretch for me, but I really appreciate it. And having the goal of posting 2 videos a week has really forced me to learn more about editing, thumbnails, search engine optimization. And so I'm learning all of this and studying it in between creating videos. And if I didn't have the goal of 2 videos a week, I really wouldn't be spending as much time on it as I am. So I'm really grateful for that. I know some people might be put off by the pressure of doing it on a deadline. But for me, at this point in my life, it's actually really working for me. It's getting me to do things that I could have just easily put off until someday. They'd be way too open-ended and I would find excuses for not getting it done. And so this twice a week posting goal is really helping me, I should say, because I'm really trying to be conscious of my language, but it's helping me to be really consistent. So for instance, today is the second video that I'm recording this week, and it's been a busy day and I wasn't sure exactly when I was going to find time to make the video, but I knew I had to. And that level of commitment that I have makes me figure it out, makes me find a way, and makes me find the time. So while it is a goal that's a stretch for me, it's really helping me to practice self-discipline and show myself how I can show up for myself, that I can trust myself, that I can have confidence in myself, because if I commit to doing something, I'm actually going to do it. And I think that's pretty much it for week 3 of the self-discipline project. I've really been enjoying making the videos and sharing them, and I'm excited to share more information that can help others and also help myself, because that's the whole reason I got into any of this personal growth, wellness, and spirituality, is that I really have a desire to grow and evolve myself and to help myself. And I love being able to share that information so that it can help other people, so that it can help you. So if you got anything out of this video, if you got any takeaways, or if there's anything that you would like to see, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you think I should be thinking about in terms of different topics. And of course, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thanks. take action immediately. So don't, if you've decided that exercising is something that's a goal for you, that you want to increase your physical activity, start working on it right away. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Do whatever you can. And that's what I've been doing with this project. So I'm really highlighting this chapter because it relates to one of my goals for this self-discipline project, which is increasing my physical activity. And there have been many days that I actually did more than I anticipated, more than I set my goal for. I set a pretty minimal goal of just 10 minutes a day of exercise, but I've been doing a lot more than that on many days. And that feels really good. And I take his advice. I try to make sure that everything is set up for me to do my workout the next day, the next morning. I give it thought. I actually, the night before, make sure everything is set up and set out. And I think about it. I actually schedule my workouts on my calendar to ensure that they make sense with the flow of my day. And if for some reason I can't exercise first thing in the morning, can I fit it in later in the day? A lunchtime walk, an after work walk, something like that. So you really do have to plan and schedule in order to execute these habits. But once you've made the decision, just get right into it. That's his advice. Get right back into it. And I love that because I think it's so easy sometimes when we fall out of our habits, our good habits, we kind of go on a streak with not following our habits. And a day becomes a week or 2 weeks of not doing the very thing that we want to do. So he really emphasizes getting right back to it when you have fallen off the wagon. Brian Tracy also talks about doing it when you first get up and creating a routine around it. He actually talks a little bit about some behavioral economics where you just make it easy for you to work out in the morning. So he talks about, putting your clothes by the side of the bed so that when you get out of bed in the morning, you trip over them. And I don't think you necessarily have to trip over them, but the idea is that everything that you will need to do your workout, to get started in the morning and to think about your workout is right there, so that when you wake up, it's the first thing you see, and it's a prompt, it's a visual prompt to start engaging in the habit. It also it takes away all the decision making, because if what you need is already there, laid out for you, you don't have to think about it, you don't have to look for it, you don't have to find it. Those are too many opportunities to change your mind, to decide that, it's too much trouble and just give up. So make it really easy for yourself to follow through on your plans and set yourself up for success by ensuring that everything is laid out, whether it's, your running shoes, whether it's the workout clothes, or the space that you're going to be working out in. I do primarily home workouts besides walking in nature. And I need to make sure my space is ready for a workout in the morning, because if I have to think about it, I have to do too many things to get set up. It's too easy for that to be a deterrent and for me to find an excuse not to do it.